In Season 6 of SEAL Team, Ray Perry wants to separate a lot of things, like Bravo and the vet center he and his wife Naima want to open. This is easier said than done though, because these things would usually be his top priority, but they can't be. But why can't they be? We'll get to know in this video. Make sure you stick with me to the end so you don't miss any part of the gist. Without any further delay, let's get into it. What's up with the SEAL Team? So far, the team has had to deal with Clay losing his leg and leaving Bravo for now, and Jason getting treatment for his TBI. Now, they might be decommissioned because of that rumor. It's not just a rumor though. Brown Jr. lets us into Ray's mind and hints at what's to come. How does Ray feel right now about Bravo? Sonny said that Bravo wouldn't be Bravo without Clay, but they have to try, and at least Tyler Gray's character Trent is back. On the part of Neil Brown Jr., he thinks that Ray has a positive outlook on things in general, but he's back to his job of making sure everyone is okay, especially Bravo 1's Jason, who's still upset about what happened to Clay. Ray feels responsible for what happened to Clay, so if he's feeling that, so are the rest of the team members. Neil Brown Jr. also highlighted that he just thinks Ray is trying to keep things separate as much as possible and get the guys to move forward without hiding what's going on, but instead dealing with it. Neil Brown Jr. admitted that he can't wait to see how he handles it, how he brings the team together, and how he helps them see that they're more than what happened. Ray asked Jason, who relied a lot on Clay before he got hurt, who would take his place if Bravo lives. Does Ray want to put himself back in those shoes? Yes, I'd say at this point he must. Clay was the obvious next leader, so he was supposed to be there for Bravo 1 if Ray decided to leave. Since that can't happen, he's back to being a supporter, but he's also trying to broaden his horizons and see if there's another way forward. There's also this concern about the team being decommissioned, and as Davis told Jason, Bravo was part of that conversation. How much do you think it's weighing on Ray? Well, it's paramount to him right now. When running a mission, they say all the time, win the fight first. The most important fight is to not get decommissioned, so to perform a successful mission in the best way possible, and then address all the other concerns, such as compartmentalizing, putting things in order of importance. First of all, it's important to keep them from being split apart, and then after that, dealing with how to move forward without Clay. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles that. I think there's things going on in the background that the audience isn't seeing that Ray is part of as well. It's also keeping them from being blown up again. But Bravo is pretty sturdy, and they have a strong constitution, and even though they have become bomb magnets, so to speak, they make it through. How much do you think Ray is struggling when it comes to figuring out how to prioritize everything? He obviously has a lot on his plate right now. It's a heavy burden because he has what's going on with Clay, he has what's going on with Bravo, specifically what's going on with Jason, and then most importantly, his wife and children, as well as what's going on with him and Naima, played wonderfully by Parissa Fakhri, and their vet center's future. I think it's a heavy burden, but Ray is implementing the new tools he has from his therapy, from the knowledge he doesn't have to be Superman, and he could reach out for help. It's a much healthier way forward, and I hope to see that he's come out better for it through all the stuff he's been through. Let's take a deeper dive into Ray and Naima's relationship. Do you think they'll remain strong amidst all? Well, they've always been the most solid relationship on the show, thanks to Spencer Hudnut. There's mutual respect from the two because they're both trying to help the world in the way they see fit, as one is a healer and the other is a protector. Whatever tension they've had in the past that put them on shaky ground is no longer there, and there's more conversation. They talk more. Ray and Naima always did great as long as they talked. It was when Ray clammed up and didn't talk that it went sideways between them. At this point, Ray is an open book when it comes to his wife, and they'll find the best way forward for the two of them without causing too much collateral damage amongst the team. Though when Ray said he had his PTS under control, Naima was worried, which is understandable. There's a difference between PTS and PTSD. If he had PTSD, he wouldn't operate. PTS, which is different than the disorder slightly, can be overcome. It isn't a constant thing. It exists, and you can heal from it. He does have post-traumatic stress, but as he's worked through it and used the tools he's been given, he's able to function and operate without it being an issue. He's very honest with her when he says he takes care of himself, because even when she said last season, "You're back to yourself," and then he told her, "I'm healing, I'm not healed," the ultimate goal is to be healed. I must admit that he's very honest with her when it comes to that. It would be quite dangerous if he had the syndrome to continue operating. I think it wouldn't be right for the team, because that could very well at any given moment make him freeze. But with PTS, he's functioning just as he told his wife, and he wouldn't hold back if something was affecting him. Now, let's talk about the dynamics of Omar's introduction to the team. How did it go? In everything, there's a certain expectation. I believe it's fascinating when you create a show like this and break the expectations. Rafi Omar, who played Omar, is an amazing amazing actor and added something new to the show, and in turn, to the entire team. However, as with any new addition to a family already established, it's not likely to be smooth, but it might be. It's up to you to find out. Personally, I believe he's a significant asset to the show, and you should be impressed by what he has to offer. As Clay is still recovering, though hasn't completely ruled out returning to work and going back to Bravo, do you think Ray believes that there's still a chance for him? Personally, I am convinced it's because Ray is a believer in Clay and always has been. If anyone was able to beat an injury like this, it's Clay. Ray always has seen a lot of his younger, wilder self in Clay, but he did see a path towards becoming the most consistent team member. He believes that whatever Clay sets his mind to, all he has to do is take the steps to get there, and of course, Ray will be there to help whenever he can. As we're seeing Sonny come up to help Clay in his recuperation, should we anticipate receiving any Ray or Clay scenes in the near future? Let me know what you think in the comments section. For me, I'd say yes. Overall, as regards the scenes or filming them, they were a lot of fun, and it's just a joy to see the actors on the show blossom and bring new things to these characters as the writers lay that foundation for us to find and expound upon what they put down on the page. I think it's just a joy to find the moments between the moments with this particular group of actors. In other news, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever's runtime makes it the longest Phase 4 MCU movie. While the Marvel Cinematic Universe is still stuck in the world of She-Hulk, with Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special yet to come, Black Panther 2 will bring Phase 4 of the franchise to an end. The highly anticipated sequel will follow the heroes of Wakanda in the aftermath of T'Challa's death as they strive to embrace their next chapter and forge a new path for the kingdom, while also battling Namor, the ruler of Wakanda. While this is unlikely to be the final Black Panther movie, fans can look forward to an epic new chapter and a runtime that will test their bladders. Black Panther's Wakanda Forever was recently listed at Cineplex with a runtime of 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's 161 minutes. This makes it 13 minutes longer than Spider-Man: No Way Home, 5 minutes longer than Chloe Zhao's Eternals, and 20 minutes shorter than Avengers Endgame. Not only will it be the longest film of Phase 4, but it will be the second longest film in the MCU overall, surpassing even Avengers: Infinity War, which was 2 hours and 29 minutes long. That concludes today's video. If you found the video helpful, please do consider giving us a thumbs up, and don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. See you next time.